Classic Wrath of the Lich King login queues are insane.
What is up, guys?
Imagine playing
All
WoW.
of you can probably guess what this video is going to be about.
I wonder.
The Battle.net forums, the classic WoW Battle.net forums, all the classic subreddits, all the classic discords that I'm sure all of you guys are in, are all talking about this very annoying, impactful issue. And that is the login times now that classic WoW Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch has released in the last couple days.
Look at that, 13,000 people. That's too many fucking people. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's like nobody wants to be on the dead server.
It is taking forever.
It's not even out yet.
To log into some of these mega servers. So I'm just going to jump right into the video, which is pretty much me complaining. It is very hard to imagine that this is the reality of a service that you are paying a monthly premium for. Imagine that you had to wait several hours before you were able to load up a Netflix video or an HBO video.
Well, it's also like, that actually is a really, that's a really good fucking point. I was going to say it's like paying money to stand in line at the DMV, but that's actually a really good fucking point. Yeah, wow. True.
Is frankly absurd that this is the current state of Classic WoW in the year 2022.
Yeah.
And it is so absurd, in fact, that a lot of people are actually using things like remote desktop and various other similar programs.
I would do that. Like, I remember the night that Classic came out, I had my mom stay on my account and keep me from being logged out. That's how I was able to sleep and then wake up and stream again without sitting in the queue. It's because I had her keeping me in the game. And I would do the same thing. Like, I remember as soon as I would go offline, I would log back in, and that way I could be online by the time I came back.
To bypass the login queue, i.e. using these functionalities to just never log out and remain logged in 24/7, which is why your login queue is so high probably, because other people aren't logging out as naturally as they should be, or they're putting themselves in the login queue.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's like people don't want to log out because they don't want to be stuck in this fucking queue again. I think that's a really good point. It increases the queue. People are not playing the game in a natural way. Like, I'll tell you guys, like, whenever we do New World, I probably will have to log out a while because New World's pretty graphics intensive, but like, I might not, just so I can prevent myself from being knocked offline or having to sit in the queue again.
3 or 4 hours before they get home from work, they're sitting in their office at work, and then they remote desktop log themselves in so that by the time they get home, they're ready to game.
Google's got
now, in a lot of ways, these login queues are about as large. They're very reminiscent of the login queues that we experienced in 2019 when Classic WoW first originally came out, Classic Vanilla, just about 3 years ago. But you would think that over 3 years of Classic WoW and analytic information that Blizzard has gathered from us and the way that we play the game, that Blizzard would have implemented some extra precautions or extra server capacity in the last 3 years to help very exciting and...
So, this is something, stay safe, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world where whenever you are in a 20-man world PvP encounter in retail World of Warcraft, the servers stop working. Fuck, you can do an AoE pull and the servers lag. I feel like the servers are using all of the same hamsters that they started with whenever the game came out. Except for now, they're all dead. And this is what we get. It's insane. It's absolutely crazy how bad these servers are. Meanwhile, you can go over to Ashes of Creation Alpha, and they can have 100 people fighting a dragon, there's no problem. How does this happen?
Hype periods like right now. Now, beyond that, I've got to say, and this is probably the most frustrating part in my mind, things are probably only going to get worse. Wrath of the Lich King hasn't even launched yet. We are right now in the first couple days of
Well, keep in mind, not only has it not even launched, it's 20 days away from launching. It's not like, oh, it's going to come out in 3 days. No, this is like 3 weeks.
Pre-patch, which leads us into the actual hype event, which is Classic Wrath launch in about 3 weeks from now. Now, if we look at the history of the private server, the classic legacy WoW private server community, there is a very, very real chance that classic Wrath of the Lich King will be even more popular than classic WoW vanilla, or at least various points of it, maybe Ulduar launch, or maybe the first couple days of classic Wrath. No promises, but regardless, even if it's not bigger than vanilla, it's going to be pretty big. Definitely bigger than classic TBC. Additionally, as a sort
I think that could be true. I do. I mean, it's like, I think that for me, I might have underestimated a little bit of how many people actually started in Wrath of the Lich King. So it's like their Wrath is my classic. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of people, it's like they were the DK that was gymming intellect and attack power in original
That's kind of
Wrath.
fucked.
And now they understand the error of their ways, and they're back for vengeance.
of salt on the wound, kind of, maybe intentionally or unintentionally, Blizzard has offered free transfers to servers that are just categorically dead. Like, literally, pretty much no one is playing on them.
I don't understand why Blizzard can't acknowledge the obvious reality that players don't want to play on servers that are not mega servers. Everybody wants to play on a mega server. And what Blizzard probably did is they listened to the player base. Big mistake. Never listen to the player base if you have data that can reflect the opposite. If you have data versus what people are saying, always go with the data. Because people are like, oh, I like my little server community and we're all just a little group of friends.
Woohoo, I'm Mickey Mouse. Woohoo! Woohoo!
And then the other guild transferred off, and now I think we're going to transfer off too. And before you fucking know it, it's another dead server. That's what it is. I'm sorry, but that's what happens. And they listen to people that have no fucking idea what they're talking about.
Which is a complete non-solution, as no one in their right mind would choose to play on these servers. No.
Oh, Blanchy's dead. Bro, this server's more dead than the horses in retail WoW. And it's an undead mount in retail WoW. Who the fuck wants to play on that? 350 people on the server.
One that is aware of anything going on in this game would choose to play on a server that has this little population.
Fuck
I'm going to throw them up on screen right here. You can see pretty much no one is playing on these servers. If you reroll or take the free transfer to these servers, it is almost impossible to find a raiding guild, to find a daily heroic group, to find people for your arena team.
Yeah.
Boo fucking who. I've played like majority classic without a guild.
It's like,
you don't
I
need a guild.
Back whenever I transferred over to Kel'Thuzad, is like, were y'all
Kel'Thuzad, was I on that server?
Right? Like, so like Thrall was
No.
a high pop server, but it was like 70-80% Horde and 20% Alliance. I was on Alliance. So like for the amount of people on my server, I would always struggle to get groups for VOA. I would always struggle to get groups for even of like a 5-man heroic, right? I go over to KT. I'm like, yo, who wants to do ice? No, not who wants. I saw a group. This is like the first day I transferred over. People were making a pug for ICC heroic. It's like, I thought guilds couldn't even do that. It's so hard. And they're like, yeah, no, we just go in there and do it. I mean, everybody goes in there, they just do what they need to do, and we kill the bosses. I'm like, is that right? They said, yeah, you want to go? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to go, and we did it. And so it's a night and day difference. It's a difference between waiting 20 minutes and waiting 2 minutes. And the reality is that a lot of the fucking people that are there for Wrath of the Lich King Classic are like me and Stay Safe. Boomers pushing 30 that have more life responsibilities than they want to have, or maybe they like having them, but it sure gets in the fucking way of video games, doesn't it? And guess what? They don't have as much time to play the game. So the difference between 2 and 20 minutes is the difference between 1 and 2 dungeons. Nobody wants to go over to old Blanchy. Let it die. Give it some fun. Like, let it just go out. It's gonna die in like that horse dies in Cataclysm anyway, man. Like, fuck. We'll move on.
All is generous. Now, of course,
By the way, I always thought that was fucked up. You know what I mean? Like of all the things Deathwing did, like that was probably one of the worst ones. Like who the fuck? Like, why the fuck you kill all Blanchy? Like, what is this? Like, why?
Always pay to transfer to a medium or other high pop server, but then you're essentially expected by Blizzard to pay to solve the problem that Blizzard has allowed to manifest in the first place.
Yeah, you have to spend money to solve their
server
problem.
Landscape.
Yeah, true.
This crazy server landscape that we found ourselves in over the last 3 years. And of course, on top of that, you would likely be leaving your entire in-game social network and community behind, and you'd go to a new server where you don't know anyone and you have no friends. And that's kind of the point of an MMO, is that over years, months, you build attachments to the people, the guild, the community that you are playing with on a daily basis.
I like the idea of like on the Fresh server, and like this is the same as like a New World and Lost Ark, etc., these other MMOs. I like the idea of it's a fresh start for everybody. Everybody starts from zero.
I pushed the boulder into a thing,
really,
didn't blow up.
Got the paid start because, you know,
small indie company.
But besides that, everybody's basically like, I like the resets. I like the fucking complete resets, the fresh resets. I think it's interesting because it's like new social bonds form, new relationships occur, new friendships happen. I love that. I think that's what's beautiful about these games. But this is like, bro, like this is like transferring high schools whenever you're a senior. Like this is your last year. This is where you get to you get an off period that you get to hang with the boys at Dairy Queen on. Like, you're not going to be transferring, leaving your high school after 3 years. You've been on probably this server ever since like vanilla, maybe late TBC. Like, you are here to stay. That's what it feels.
So server transfers, especially free server transfers to unpopulated servers, it's a pretty unattractive solution, like I mentioned a moment ago. So there's not a lot of good options. You have sometimes over 13,000 players just on one server. This is just on Benediction. I'm sure if you added up all the queue times, all the people sitting...
It's like on the Fresh server. What the fuck is this? Like on the Fresh server, I gotta wait an hour to log on to the game. 1 hour to log on to play a video game. Holy shit.
In queue, we'd be pushing 30,000, 40,000 players sitting right now trying to log into a server of Classic WoW. They're sitting at their computer waiting to play this game that they're paying a monthly premium to play. You're paying a monthly fee to play the game that originally came out 15 years ago, mind you. But
and I really want to fucking preemptively respond to any dipshit dumbfuck moron who thinks that it's a good idea to say, yeah, but you could play on another realm and it would be fine. It's a worse experience. It is.
I don't know. Try playing Shaman Tank. It doesn't fucking matter.
TBC or vanilla because your friends played on it. So what are you supposed to do? You have to make a whole new character? Like, what the fuck?
All these other people are like little pussy bitches when I hear their problems. It's like, come on.
It's honestly ridiculous.
I'm gatekeeping it, but come on now.
I don't understand it. And Blizzard's completely dropping the ball. Like, I don't care. You guys have to understand this. I don't have a job. I could stay up however late and get up however early and do whatever I want. But this is not good for everybody else.
They can't play for some cost-saving reason that Blizzard's analytic team has decided upon, right? So to me, it seems pretty clear that Blizzard has not increased the server capacity because it costs money, and most of the time that extra capacity isn't needed, to be fair to Blizzard.
This happened in WoD. This happened in WoD. They had to increase server capacity then too. You would be in an 8-hour queue.
So the cost, therefore, is not justified. But maybe that justification made sense in Classic Vanilla 3 years ago, but at this point, we have a paid monthly cost, we have paid server changes, we have paid collector's editions, and upcoming, we have paid faction and race changes. The least that could be done is to allow players to pay the game to play the game during points of extreme hype and excitement, like now during a pre-patch or a big raid launch or an upcoming expansion. Now, I look back at Classic Vanilla, and there are a handful of servers. My server was Ferlina at the time. This is one of the most popular servers, the streamer server, right? A lot of people playing on the server that had queues. Some of these servers just had queues for months, the first several months of Classic WoW. and Blizzard just kind of let it happen. So if you're expecting things to get better as we segue into Classic Wrath and we work through...
I think that it's different now, because now there have been a number of changes. Like, you were able to make the argument back in Classic WoW that it's like, oh, well, it's gonna be like the old days. It's gonna be like the old day. We had it back in the day. It's just gonna be about the same. Oh, yeah, that's right. No changes. And that's how it used to be. And that's okay. That was good for Classic WoW. However, at this point in Wrath, let's make the game work. How about that? How about make the game work? How about just maybe possibility, the chance of the option that maybe just the game works and you can play, you log on, play the game. Like, we had that go around. We can go play the Classic era servers. Make it work.
The rest of pre-patch, I would not be so optimistic. So I would just ask Blizzard, at least offer free server transfers to some more desirable servers that are not these geriatric servers that literally no one wants to play on. And I know
nobody wants to play on that fucking old Blanchy bullshit. Nobody wants to play on any of these other servers. Like, the thing is, I think that if Blizzard added another server and you could transfer it to another server that was also like pretty high pop, people still wouldn't do it. How many of you guys are on your server because your friends are on that server? Like, all
not
of my
me. I
friends
don't got any
are on
friends.
Benediction and
That's
Skype.
the one weakness is just
So
don't have
I'm
any
not
friends
leaving
and
that
boom.
server. It doesn't matter.
Go
if
whatever
there's a
server you
12-hour
want.
Queue, I'll just start the queue before I go to bed. Yeah, I mean, fuck that.
that because no one plays on them. Now, to the players that are currently sitting in these login queues that are trying to play on these servers that have just disgusting login queues that you should not have to sit through.
It's insane.
Things might get a little bit better over the next couple weeks as we continue through Classic Wrath pre-patch, but I'll tell you, when Wrath comes out, things are going to get a lot worse. So maybe start thinking and talking.
And also, like, whenever Wrath comes out, the thing is that Wrath is not about the initial burst as much as it is about big, like, beats that happen later on. So, like, we're talking Ulduar, we're talking ICC. Like, these points will probably see a player base size that is, it depends on what happens throughout Wrath, but I think that is, it could possibly be comparable to the release of the game. I remember that, how many of you guys were there 3,000 years ago whenever Ulduar came out and you couldn't log in until like 11 p.m.?
I don't remember that because I played on Mave. It was already a dead server.
And it's like
never had that problem.
Ready to have this shit happen again, man. What is this?
Into your friends and your guild and kind of start planning accordingly. And yeah, I hate that planning accordingly likely means paying to go to a medium or a lower pop server.
No, you know what? I don't think anybody should transfer. I don't think you should pay $15 fucking dollars, or you should take a free transfer, because Blizzard can't fix this fucking problem. You shouldn't compromise on having a good experience with the boys. That's what it's all about. Nobody should just, you gotta pay $25 to fix their mistake. Why don't they have a GoFundMe and everybody can pitch in $25 and they'll make servers good? How about that?
You're currently on, assuming Blizzard hasn't
apparently that's
small
the
indie
way
company
servers like they did to several of them. The server I'm on, Peggle, is a medium pop server, and Blizzard locked it. You guys couldn't even transfer here if you wanted. I don't even know if you could make a new character, but that is pretty much your only option other than sitting in login queues for several hours a day at this point. Things are looking pretty bleak unless Blizzard decides to actually do something. Anyway, guys, I wanted to make this video to say that I see the complaints. I feel your pain. Back in Classic Vanilla, when I was playing on one of these very, very high-pop servers with just egregious login queues, I would wake up at 3 in the morning, I would play for 18, 19 hours a day, and I'd go to bed at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. And I would go to sleep as the login queues went down, and I'd wake up as the login queues were at their absolute lowest, and I would just ride out the entire wave, and I wouldn't log out. So that's
actually what I did too, because like I was waking up. Y'all remember this shit? Like I remember I would go live whenever the sun was still down. Like I remember we would watch the sun come up on at Stranglethorn Vale. I remember that very clearly, and we hardly even had a login queue at all. It was fucking 6 or 5 in the morning. Like those are some good times. The sun, yeah. I mean, fuck. I hate the sun.
I got around the login queues, but like that's not normal. That's not healthy.
It's weird, yeah.
Right? you're probably a normal guy
Nobody
who
wants
has to go to
do
work
that.
or has a family or whatever, and you get
There's
home.
a lot of people that are not going to think about this. You have to remember, like, a lot of people, I'd say most people that are playing Wrath Classic, they're just going to be like, well, I can't log in. I guess I can't play the game. Well, fuck, maybe I'll come back later. And then they don't come back. That's what a lot of people are actually going to do.
5 or 6 in the evening, and it's like, what? I'm paying to play this game. I want to just play the game. And you can't. You have a 4-hour login queue, and by the time the login queue is over, it's time to go to bed and do it all over again.
Yeah, and you have to leave your server community.
It's just unacceptable.
If you don't like that.
Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Please drop a comment down below. Let me know, what should Blizzard do? Like, what is the solution?
And it's crazy, right? Because, like, I went and I played on the fresh server. I tried to log into Benediction. I couldn't. So I started playing on a fresh server. I'm like, fuck, I guess I'll try this out. I saw Soda playing, SFAM playing, fucking like Peo I think was playing. I was like, ah, fuck, I'll try it out, right? Why not? Nick was there. So I go and I log on, and I'm having fun first few days. Now, look at this horse shit. And I've been here for 30 minutes. I did nothing. I didn't, like, it's all, like, I just made the character and the server queue went up. That's nothing, bro. No, it is not. It is nothing. You're right. It's nothing. What I'm saying is that it's going to get more. GrobUS is a 180-minute queue. I'm going to ask my friend Eric. We fucking, we used to beat the shit out of each other in middle school. How long are your queues for Grob? People saying it's, what do you say, 6 hours? He's away. I think he has like a job or like some fucking shit, right? So I probably won't get a response.
That's a job or some fucking shit.
But yeah, it's just nuts. 6.5 hours. It's insane, man. What a loser. Yeah, I know. True. I just like. It's like, it's Labor Day. Yeah, well, it says he's away. Like, I don't know if he's on or not. Like, he'll message me back if he's there. That's it. The person problem is exasperated as people log in multiple accounts, keep them logged in. Well, they'll stay logged in on purpose. That's what it is. Cause like I figured like, cause I would ask him like somebody's like he'll be like, oh, I saw one of your videos. It's like, okay, cool, right, or he'll fucking get mad at me because I said that I beat him in Magic in high school, which I fucking did, by the way. Every lunch I beat him in Magic. He beat me like 3 times out of 4 years. But anyway, so besides that, like, I mean, he's basically pretty much a normal guy, right? You know, he goes to work, he's got social media, I'm pretty sure, but like not really. And that's it. So I'm curious, like, what his opinion is on it.
Noticed I have not really offered a solution in the video. I'm not a server architecture. That's not what I have my degree in. That's not my field of expertise. No. But I can sure as hell identify a problem, and this is a problem, right? So what do you guys think Blizzard should do about this? Drop a comment. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, guys. And as always, hey, make sure to stay safe.
I was about to say, he didn't even advertise the gum. I was like, wait a minute, like, what's he doing? But there we go. Push the third. Yeah, it's nuts, man. I'm gonna die of old age before this fucking Shibuya get to log on, man. I'm glad to see Stay Safe making videos talking about this. That's the video. Go ahead, give it a like, give him a sub. He's been making classic content since before Classic. He was one of the original 3 of Classic Cast, right? And being queued so damn long today. Yeah, exactly. Power gum's really good. Well, there you go. You take a look, check it out, man. Like, I have no idea. I don't really eat gum because of my teeth, so or chew gum, excuse me. So I can't really say one way or another. But what I can say is that this is so bad. It is so bad.
Yep. New World is great. Is it though?
Sent out the false ban wave today for 30 days. So now everyone that
false
got
ban wave.
playing AV gets to miss launch.
I'm a bit familiar
everyone.
with
I just
false
got my account
bans.
suspended until the 6th of October. Well, I think Blizzard, you know, make sure Stay Safe knows this. Blizzard has solved the problem. The queue time problem has been solved. They're going to ban half the player base. There we go. So now we don't have to worry about these queues anymore, and it's going to be taken care of. let's take a look at what happened. Hello, everyone. I've had my account suspended until the 6th of October, allegedly due to non-participation in Battlegrounds. Now, I've been playing All-Track Valley on my DK. Who could have guessed? On one hand, trying to find out the PvP leveling mechanics, also getting some nice gear once I get 60. I run the fucking Icewind Bunker or Stonehearth Bunker. Those are like 2 different like nodes in the game. And capture it and defend it whenever I can. And if I get killed, tossed around like a ragdoll, yeah, probably by the 10 other fucking DKs that are there. No matter what I do, my damage will of course not be on par. I suspect players have been reporting me and other DKs. Probably tired of carrying us, as in fact what they do, but it's hard to contribute more. Well, that's, again, that's Blizzard's fault. Like, that is Blizzard's fault. Like, if you can queue into the game at, like, level 61, and you're queuing in with level 70s, it's not, you shouldn't be getting reported for that, because you could do it.
Okay,
using a game
but hear me
system.
out here. Okay, but Blizzard allows you to say the N-word, but you still get in trouble for it, so, I mean...
You see what I'm saying? Bullshit, the guy's going AFK. Buying gold, 3-day ban. Engaging with in-game systems, 30-day ban. Let's see what else we're seeing here. Is there anybody else? Gold's a 2-week ban for first offenders, but yes, it's pretty damn silly. I'm gonna be honest. Somebody who queues into a BG and they AFK the BG, I'd have no problem. I have no problem with them getting suspended. Like, I remember one time I had some guy queue into a BG with me and he had Thunder Fury on. I wish I could have permabanned his fucking account. He caused us to lose. It was in BFA, by the way. Flying, hacking, gold buying, stop automated moderation. Me too, I started a thread here. Mods are deleting our Reddit post too. Blizzard look into our cases. I had not AFK a single AV. I main tank Drek every game. What the fuck, man? Give me 1 sec. I'll make sure I'm logged in for this shit. Hopefully I get this because I don't want to look at this. Why this shit get deleted? Why would it get deleted? Restricted content may be removed. Intentional misinformation. Well, how do they know it's misinformation? Bro, like, this is actually a big deal. This is actually such a big deal. Like, this is what happened. The thing is, like, I get that Blizzard wants to make it, like, fair. And they want to ban people who are bad actors. But this is not how you do it. You can't just go and ban people randomly. And also, like, let's be honest. There are a lot of people who... How many times in my ban appeals? I got banned for nothing. All I was doing is expressing my opinion. And read what the opinion? Oh, I want slavery back. Ah, okay. Well, what now? We get banned for our opinions? Oh, what? We're getting banned for our opinions now. What happened to the First Amendment? So, like, I'm not gonna go and be 100% certain that these people are telling the truth. But as I said, 1 point doesn't mean anything. But multiple points, multiple people, that makes a line. They've got to fix this. These are people that have been probably playing the game for... A lot of these guys have probably playing the game like 10 years. To see them get suspended before the biggest release... It's just, it's embarrassing. I called a 30-day ban. I didn't have AFK a single BG. Level 70 DK. Blizz community manager said if enough people think you shouldn't be defending bunkers in AV, then the ban is upheld. So
that
like,
is
if I
fucking retarded.
AV, and I told everybody in my stream to report anybody who's defending a bunker because we're all gonna rush Drek, what do you think would happen? Like, I would actually, like, I don't want to test it because I have a generally good relationship with Blizzard right now, but like, I would get banned. And like, if I was Blizzard, I would ban me. I would suspend me for 6 months. Yeah, I would 100% suspend me for 6 months. No shot let that happen. Absolutely not. End your chat. Yeah, anybody who's doing it too. That's what they should do. You usually defend bunkers all the time. We usually win that way. Isn't it crazy how like 2 people can cause a game to change? Because like you have 2 people that get a bunker back at the right time, and you know, you got one War Master on one team or two, and then the other team has one, like, then you win. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I think this is far-fetched. Most of these bans probably people leveling weapon skills in Harpy Caves instead of participating in the BG. Well, then why are you able to level weapon skill? Why are you able to do that? Yeah, why are you able to do it then? So if like they take it out of the game if it's a problem. Don't put something in the game and it's like, don't eat the poison apple. Don't eat the apple or the apple of wisdom and truth. Don't eat it, but it's right there. You're not supposed to eat it though. That's the first story of human nature, that people are gonna eat it. The year is 2022. That happened 2022 years ago. And
I don't know about that, champ.
Are you kidding me? What a joke. They've got to fix this. They really do. They have to fucking fix this. Holy shit, makes me scared to do an AV now. I'll do AV. I'll do it. I got no problem, because if I get suspended, I'll be able to get unsuspended. But like, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. You can't level weapon skills in BGs? Let's confirm right now. Can you level your weapon skill in Alterac Valley by attacking the PvE NPCs? Can you level your weapon skill?
Yep, you can. I've done it before.
Yes, you can. Okay, problem solved. And you know what my opinion is? I think if somebody goes in and they queue and level their weapon skill, they should not get suspended. They should not get suspended. Because Blizzard engineered that to occur. Blizzard put that in the game. Yeah, they put that in the game. They caused that to happen. There's AB quests. Yeah, but the quest doesn't cause you to level your weapon skill either. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I still don't think that you should be able to level your weapon skill in there. Literally everybody does that. I mean, I didn't do that. I'll tell you that. Like, you level your weapon skill on the Blasted Lands NPCs like a normal person. Or in Stockades, go AFK with like life regen. Yeah, that was fixed. It's just you can level 51 to 60 in AV. Can't do that anymore. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. I guess you try something else now. Some posts similar to this are obvious. A druid that would go AFK until the opposite team tried to kill the leader, then would cycle in their tank, wiping them. Benefit of the doubt being assumed here. People get really passionate in AV and they really don't like losing. Would suspect you've been reported a bunch of times just because you aren't level 70. Exactly. It's like this is again. Remember what I said before about like, oh,
I could use an ambrosia, but all right, can't fit it in the bag. I said before about how people, like how Blizzard engineers frustrating circumstances. Like it's like they've programmed frustration into the game. And then people get punished whenever they get frustrated. I'm sorry, but I don't feel bad. I really don't. Like it's a fucking rage. It's like a desk slam moment where you look around and you see that you're losing AV. And it's not one of those like, oh, you lose in 6 minutes, it's over things, right? This is like a 38-minute match. And you look down at the graveyard of like where nobody's supposed to be, and there's like 7 level 64 Death Knights there. And it's like, how can you not want to report them? How do you not want to report that person? It's nuts, man. You get 2 friends, start mass reporting everybody who joins the dungeon, they all get 30-minute deserter. It's crazy. I was banned for 30 days doing AV. What's this here? Got banned. Server chilled, you're a legend. What's this guy? I guess that's him, right? Or some bullshit. So he got reported, a bunch of people getting reported. Even if people are AFK, 30 days is for insanity for AFKing in a video game. I think that is pretty bullshit.
Like, I think you get a 24
maybe like a week
the first time,
then
and
then a month.
If you do it again, you get a 30-day.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Like, because the first time could be a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, a first time could be a mistake. And I think also it's like a pattern of behavior. So, like, for example, if somebody AFKs 1 BG, you probably don't need to suspend them. But if this person has a habit of AFKing BGs regularly, fucking suspend them. Because if you don't, everybody else is going to do the same damn thing. Because why wouldn't they? Nothing wrong with defending bases. Yeah, but whenever you defend bases, you have to do damage and take damage. Like, let's not obfuscate reality here. There are a lot of people. I used to AFK Alterac Valley all the time. And you know why I did it? Is because I knew I wouldn't get in trouble. Yeah, I used to do it constantly. I did it in Vanilla, BC, Wrath. I have probably AFK'd more BGs, more Alterac Valleys than you have played. But I wouldn't have done it if I knew I could get in trouble for it. Yeah, so I looked at this. I think this is a huge thing. It's actually a really big deal, and I'll spread awareness to this. We'll probably put out a video on this. Is that people getting banned for AFKing in AV is a good thing, but people getting banned for guarding towers in AV is a bad thing. It's just, like, there are cases where people can behave badly, and it's like, oh, I'm defending a tower. It's like, no, you're not. You're just AFKing. And there are people that actually AFK at the tower. It's totally true. But I think that Blizzard being the judge of that does worry me a lot with how many people are getting suspended. And like it being kind of a wave. So I don't know, man. Standing up during a death timer for 8 days, man. Yeah, it's like... I think that there should be a certain level of common sense attached to it. And... like recently Blizzard banned a bunch of people for like buying carries, and a lot of the people that got banned didn't buy carries or sell carries or anything. Like there was one of our friends that sold carries for real money and he got banned, and he is still banned because he sold carries. That's it. Sold carries for real money, got fucking banned. However, there's a lot of other people who didn't sell carries for real money, and they got suspended anyway. So I think it's a big problem. Same company banned you for buying gold. They banned me for RMT, yeah. I got banned for RMT, and then I had to get it overturned. You can even report enemy faction. Sounds like a lot of griefing potential. It would have no griefing potential if it wasn't automated. The problem is that it's automated. So Blizzard needs to make sure that whenever they do this stuff, they have they have a lot of tools in place to make a decision on how to do it the right way. It's all automated, I think. I know for a fact it's automated because remember whenever and like it's a Blizzard wide thing. It's not just in World of Warcraft. So I think they're using the same system in TBC. And like logically, the reason why I think that is because JT, remember the Diablo Immortal whale guy? We watch his videos sometimes. He said that people in his BGs, people in Diablo Immortal, were getting fucking auto deleted, auto suspended because of the same thing. So you have people in another game, the same thing's happening to them. It's like the same company. I mean, you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I bet it's the same thing with Wrath. So yeah, I think they need to fix this as soon as possible. There's a lot of people that are really excited about Wrath, and not letting them play the launch, I think a lot of people will just be so angry about that, they won't play the game. And I feel like a 30-day suspension, especially for like a first-time offense for AFKing, is like really probably too much. I think it's too much. I think that it's much more fair and reasonable to give somebody a 24-hour, like a 24-hour, 7-day, 30-day, 6-month, or a 24-hour, 6-month, or a 24-hour, 30-day, something like that. I feel like you should not 0 to 60 people like that, or 0 to 30 in this case. Yeah, so not even, man, just BGs of that. Yeah, exactly. 30K suspended. Yeah, I mean, in a pre-patch where you can buy Season 4 gear for Honor. Well, no, it's like there's nothing wrong with people doing BGs, but you have to be there for the BG. And it's also like, I think it's reasonable to like, oh yeah, you have an AV match that lasts for like 30 minutes, you're AFK for 3 minutes. Like, I don't think that's a big deal. I don't think that's a big deal because it's just, it's just common sense. You're going to have people that need to walk away from the computer for a second because something happens. There's 80 people in the lobby. Yeah, what if you have to take a piss? Like, what if you have to take a shit? Like, it is what it is. How long
There's the poop knife and all that shit.
Banned for playing defense, got hit with 2 weeks ban or something like that because they're salty. And I do want to acknowledge that there are people that got hit with this ban that 100% deserved it. 100%. You're sitting there, I'm defending towers. The tower's on fire. It got captured 10 minutes ago. Yeah, like, what do you mean you're defending it? It's gone. Right? Oh, you're defending towers in the Yeti cave. Oh, wow. Oh, man, I didn't know there's a tower out there. That's crazy. So, yeah, you're absolutely right that there are people that are 100% deserving of these suspensions. However, that's not everybody. Yeah, I think that obviously, I think Blizzard overshot the mark. So hopefully that's what happens. Trust the information you provide. Yeah, I mean, like, I hope that Blizzard can make the right decision with this. Would you say the majority of these bans are deserved? No. I cannot. I don't know enough about Blizzard's, like, non-participation in BGs is kind of a new ban type thing. Because I used to AFK AVs all the time. I mean, all the time. So, what is the line to draw? So I don't know, like, kind of where that line is what I'm saying. I think they can walk this back some, or do you think they will double down? I think that they will. I think realistically, what's probably going to happen is they will double down and then walk back individual suspension appeals. God, I feel so bad for Eric. He just messaged me back. He says it's about 3 hours at noon, 5 hours at peak times. Not too bad compared to classic vanilla launcher. He says it's not too bad. Jesus Christ, he's playing on Grobulus. He's playing on Grobulus. Oh my God, he says not too bad. Oh fuck. I'm gonna get back to him in a couple of weeks to see what he thinks.
Alright, it's time for, like, the most deserved purple. Give it to me. Or at least a gem. Something. This shit gets, like, mentally draining. Once I do, like, 2, I'm like, okay, I gotta take a break. Like, this is, like, almost an hour, half an hour. 41 minutes, whatever. I mean, it's like a plus 50, so I mean, you know, give me the fang of bullshit. No. Fuck. Give me a gem, please. Not the gem I was looking for. I guess that's a new thing, right? That's actually pretty good. Alright, short stream. Maybe come back on later. Just want to get, like, 1 raid done for stream. Haven't playing OSRS for, like, I think it's been like almost 3-4 days since I streamed this.